Look, I'm not anti-Semitic. I have nothing against the Jewish people. In every race, you have good people and you got bad people. Very simple. There is no such thing as a boss race or a race that's going to lead the human race anywhere. A race can do better than the other races and help the other races advance in life. Yes, that's possible. But there's no superior race anywhere, okay? Today's lesson, what did Rudolf Steiner say about the Jews? Okay? Rudolf Steiner's views on Jews and Judaism were deeply complex, evolving, and highly contradictory. Over his lifetime, his perspective shifted across multiple distinct phases, moving from early cultural anti-Semitism and aggressive assimilationism to public opposition against political anti-Semitism, and finally to an esoteric, spiritualized form of anti-Judaism. Because there's no one superior race. We're all advancing here together. Because his extensive works contain both strongly inclusive and patently biased statements, his legacy remains the subject of intense scholarly and public debate. Early cultural anti-Semitism and radical assimilation, 1880s, 1890s. In his early career as a literary critic in Vienna and Berlin, Steiner adopted the prevailing cultural anti-Semitism common among Central European liberals. During this phase, he argued that Jewish distinctiveness was an obstacle to universal human progress. The precious, the ring of power, it's mine, it's my precious, I want it, the ring of power is mine, all mine. A mistake of world history. In 1888, Steiner famously wrote that Judaism is, as a distinct entity, had outlived its historical purpose, calling it an anachronism and a mistake of world history. Whatever. Demand for total assimilation. He asserted that the only path forward was the Jewish people to fully assimilate into broader Western culture, suggesting they should disappear as a distinct ethnic and religious group. Rejection of Zionism. Consistent with his stance on assimilation, Steiner aggressively criticized the early political Zionism championed by Theodor Herzl. He viewed Jewish nationalism as a regressive step toward tribalism and ethnic separatism. And that's exactly what's happening today. Okay, let's continue. Public opposition to political anti-Semitism, late 1890s, 1900s. Despite his assimilationist views, Steiner vehemently rejected the racial and political anti-Semitism growing in Germany and Austria. Defense of rejection. Esoteric anti-Judaism and anthroposophy, 1900-1920. After founding anthroposophy, Steiner reframed his views using a spiritual cosmic timeline. In this framework, Judaism was assigned a necessary but strictly temporary role in human evolution. The role of monotheism. Steiner credited the ancient Jewish people with a vital historical achievement, introducing monotheism and anchoring the ego or individual self-consciousness into the physical world. The Christ impulse. He taught that with the coming of Christ, the spiritual mission of Judaism was fulfilled and superseded. He argued that true universal humanity could now only be achieved through Christ. Spiritual. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. So, the question I asked AI or Google, what did Rudolf Steiner say about the Jews? So Rudolf Steiner was a very known great mystic who tried to make the world a better place, and they erased his church, or whatever you want to call it. They removed it, right? Because Rudolf Steiner's church would contradict Israel, the country, and what the Jewish people are saying around the world. Okay, I treat Jewish people like any other race in the world. Okay, I treat okay. So Catholics, Muslims, and the Jewish people do not want to assimilate. These three organizations, there's more than three, no? These three organizations do not want to assimilate, and all three of them want to rule the world and be the one who owns the ring of power, one ring that rules them all. Not on my watch.